Okay, so we're gonna do something a little different today. One thing that just in talking to a couple people, let me turn this off for a sec, don't know about this. So we're gonna do a little thing on how to tell if your eggs are good or bad. Lots of times we'll go away for a few days, it's a really hot summer day, and we're not sure if our eggs got too hot for an extended period of time and if they're good or bad. So even over the years, I'm sure I've thrown out many, many eggs where I didn't need to. So there's this little test that you could actually do when you're washing your eggs. And that's a dead giveaway if you have a good egg or a bad egg. So I've collected the eggs from my ladies. I do have about 5, 6, 7, 8 that are broody. And the houses where I collect my eggs to sell, I don't have any roosters in with those girls, but they are broody. So the only way to break that broodiness is to put some fertilized eggs underneath them. Don't pick them because you know that they are fertilized. Or get some baby chicks and throw them under the day of hatch, and that'll break the broodiness. So I go and I steal the eggs back from them. However, in my middle pen, some of them aren't very nice when they're broody, so I just let them sit on them till they sneak away, and then I go get them and throw them away because I know for sure those ones are bad. So what I've done is I've snuck a few of those because guaranteed they're bad, but then you can actually see the float test, and that's going to tell us if it's a good egg or a bad egg. So when we're going to wash our eggs, add a little bit of vinegar to just temperature, room temperature, warm water, and then that's going to help take off any mud, any poop. We have really rainy weather right now, so the girls like to walk on their eggs, so they do get a little bit dirty with the mud, so this just helps clean it off. So we'll just get our sinks full. And I won't make you watch it all. We'll fast forward through some of it. You can use apple cider vinegar, regular vinegar. This one is just a pickling vinegar because it was open. So I'll go ahead and use that because I have a lot of vinegar stacked for pickling season. Okay, so let's go collect our eggs now. Okay, so I did put some eggs in there just to make sure I've got the right height of the water. So you definitely want enough water that will cover your egg before it reaches the top. So if you don't have enough water in it, the float test isn't going to work properly. So when you have enough water, again, it's going to be about 1.5 eggs in height deep. So the water's a little bit warm. I have got my vinegar in there. So this is how we're going to do a float test. So we have our fresh eggs that, again, muddy, were picked this morning. It sinks. So those are going to be how you test your eggs. So the ones that I had pulled from my one broody hen, so I'm guaranteeing you that they are bad, only because she's been laying on them for a good week and a half, and I've left her alone. So we're going to take the egg nice and clean because she's been sitting on them, so they haven't been exposed to any dirt. Put it in your water and you see how it bounces. So now you can see the top of the egg where the good eggs, that one's squished a bit, the good eggs are submersed in the water. So this is my nice great big eggs. So this is one that she had taken. Oh, not quite deep enough. So I go to the middle if there's any in question, and I stick it in. And see, that one floats. I can see the top of it, even putting it in the deepest part of my sink. So that's how you can tell if you have a good egg or a bad egg. That one's good, that one sinks. And that one bounces. So that's how you're gonna do. Even if you've got eggs sitting in the fridge for 3, 4, 5 weeks, you go on holidays, you totally forget about them. See, it bounces right up. So those ones you're not even going to want to crack because they're going to be almost pure liquid inside of them, or maybe a little stinky depending on how old they are. So right now we have 1, 2, 3, 4 that are bad. The rest are still good. And then now that I've picked those eggs from that broody hen, now I can go every day pick those eggs because I know it's a fresh egg that she's stolen from one of the other chickens. And that's how you tell if you have good or bad egg. So I hope that was enough information to help help you figure out your eggs, if they're good or if they're bad. Lots of times people will crack them in a separate bowl before they put them into their frying pan, which is 100% okay as well. If you don't want to fill the sink full of water, just put water in a cup, stick the egg in, and it will bounce as well. So we might as well do that little experiment between the 2 eggs, and then you can see what happens when you actually have them in a cup. Okay, so I've got the glass. I put it on a plate just so everyone can see that I'm not doing anything to the cup to make it do anything funky. I'm not magic. So for a good egg, let's hope I can take it out after. Egg, put it in, it's gonna sink to the bottom. So that's a good egg. Oh, I might not be able to get it. I'll dump it out and put new water in. And you don't have to use as big of a cup as well. So we'll refill. Okay. On the plate, same egg. I'll take one of the bouncy ones that we've already seen in the sink. So we're gonna put that in, and it bounces to the top of the glass. So you don't have to use the sink full of water. You can use a bowl, a glass, anything that will give it enough depth to pull that egg off of that bottom. So definitely bad. I'm not going to even attempt washing it because there's no point knowing that it is a bad egg. Put it off to the side and dispose of them outside in the bush, so the other animals can eat it that are not part of our farm. But that's how you test your eggs. So I hope that was informative. Any questions, comment below. You guys can message me. You have my contact information as well. Or if you want to know anything, give us some ideas and we can do some videos and some testings, or we may already know some of the information, so then we can help share that as well. Talk to you later.